Our story begins with Bardock sacrificing his life against the mighty Frieza, as the Saiyans are almost extinct now, with only a few Saiyans remaining alive. One of them was his child, Kakarot. He had visions about him, seeing him defeat Frieza as a Super Saiyan. He knew that this would keep and change the future forever. Sacrificing himself, Goku would still be found by Grandpa Gohan. Now, most of his childhood would pretty much be the same, until one day he would meet Bulma. Now, unfortunately, he would still turn into a great ape and sadly kill Grandpa Gohan. But one thing that he did notice after this is when he tapped on his forearm and looked at it, a strange green HUD would appear, as it would show him his stats, his strength, his speed, his stamina, his current level, and what he lacks and what he needs. And it showed that he was hungry. It also showed other things as well, such as a HUD of himself, kind of circling around. He had no idea what this was, he doesn't know what it is, nor does Grandpa Gohan knew what it was, as Grandpa Gohan did see this when he was younger. When he was a baby, he tapped on it by accident and it appeared. Now, Goku doesn't have much knowledge of it, but when he clicks through these random settings in the HUD, he's not the sharpest kid around, but he can start figuring it out. Tinkering with the HUD would then explain what it is. It's the only piece of its kind, as it was created to help Saiyans figure out battle power and stats. It was the next level of upgrading for Saiyans, but it was scrapped a couple years ago. Bardock, being a brilliant scientist, he put this on the spaceship, and when he sent Goku off. This machine then latched into Goku's system, as now it's on his arm. Now this thing will tell him the HUD and everything else that he needs. As Goku was amazed by this, he wouldn't really think too much of it, but he kind of doesn't really use it much, but he likes to mess with it when he's bored, or he's out fishing or something, as whenever he eats it, it does ring that he did get an XP buff for eating fish, which is pretty funny, or whenever he does his training practice, he gets a little bit stronger. Now when Goku does meet Bulma, his current level is a 3, which does make him above the human, which is a level 1. Now in the beginning of the early stages of Dragon Ball, even if you're one level higher, it is a big difference in the early parts of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. But when we get later down the line, the levels will start getting much bigger, and a couple dozen of them difference is not a humongous difference, but you'll see in the future. So once when Goku would still help Bulma, and they would still help the turtle, Master Roshi would still hand out the Flying Nimbus. After the Flying Nimbus was then handed out, his HUD would then ding and then showcase that he has a new item, the Flying Nimbus, and it somehow knew what it was, and that it was a magical cloud that he can ride as long as you're pure of heart. So Goku would still fight Oolong, and when he looks at Oolong, the HUD would then showcase as Goku can see via his eyes as well. He can summon the HUD officially through his forearm, but through his eyes, he can see a level appear above other people's heads, seeing how strong they are if he wants to. And he can also see a health bar as well. And Goku would notice that Oolong had a level of 2, so Goku was able to beat him pretty easily. Now, Goku would then get stronger, buffing up to level 4 from 3, getting a little bit stronger. Because he defeated Oolong, and he's getting stronger fighting these bandits and bear bandits as well with Bulma. Unfortunately, Goku would still have sickness effect, as the HUD would showcase when he was about to fight Yamcha, as it would lower his level to 2, and his health and durability was only 1/4 of what it was, because of his hunger. And so Yamcha was a level 3. He was weaker than Goku, but since Goku has the sickness, aka weakness effect of not eating, it shows it, Yamcha defeated him pretty easily, just like the original. Now Goku, after getting beaten up, would recover, and it would showcase Zenkai ability. Zenkai XP is whenever Goku gets a Zenkai of any kind, it would showcase it, bumping his level up to 5 from 4. Now he would see Master Roshi, and the HUD would showcase that his power level was a 6, but he knew that Master Roshi had to be stronger than that, or Goku's just really strong. Now when Master Roshi did take out the fire on the Frying Pan Mountain using the Kamehameha wave, when he went buff mode, Goku wasn't shocked to see his level shoot up to 8, which is a big jump from 6. And it showcases buff form, increases his power and ki abilities, but it does lower his speed and stamina consumption. So it does have pros and cons. Now, when Goku was caught by Mai and Shu, they would steal the Dragon Balls and trap them, and from Pilaf's gang, summoning Shenron, Oolong would still make the dirty wish for girls' underwear, and Goku would still look at the moon. Now, when he looks at the moon, the HUD would then shine, and it would showcase Great Ape Mode Full Moon. and Goku would then transform. Goku's level as a Great Ape was level 10, and Goku would still destroy the whole base of Pilaf's base, and he would still revert back to normal afterwards. So after this, Goku would then begin training under Master Roshi for 7 months, just like the original. And continuing his training, they would then increase the weight of the shells to 40 kilos to increase the results of their training, as Goku was preparing for the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. Now, after Goku was fully done, it would then see XP buff, quote, Roshi training. So, because of Roshi's training, Goku's level would then jump from a 5 up to an 8, making Goku much stronger. And Goku notes about this, as Roshi was confused about what Goku had on his arm, but he's not going to say too much since he is curious about reading people's levels. But he's never seen technology like that. He thought maybe Bulma gave it to him. But even Bulma doesn't even know what that is. It's weird. But now as Goku would enter the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament, it would take place pretty similar, with Goku and Master Roshi being the last ones left to continue their battle. Now Roshi was under disguise as Jackie Chun, and Goku would begin battling Roshi. Now this is also when the Red Ribbon Army would begin searching for the Dragon Balls as well secretly, as now during the match, Goku would transform into a Great Ape, bumping his level up to 15, which is far stronger than Roshi, who was level 8 as well, matching Goku. Now Roshi would have to go buff mode or full power, shooting a Kamehameha, as it would then destroy the moon, reverting Goku back to base form, and Roshi would still win, but unfortunately, Goku would eat all of his funds away within one night. So this is when the search for the Dragon Balls would begin. Now once when Goku would then meet up with Bulma for searching for the Dragon Balls, this is when Goku would get his Zenkai buff from, of course, fighting Master Roshi. Now his level would be level 10 from level 8 after the buff from fighting Roshi. Goku, after meeting with Bulma, and of course, after kind of fighting General Tide, we'll read that in a minute. Once when Goku would meet up with Bulma, Goku's HUD would then gain a new perk. After it scanned Bulma's Dragon Radar. Bulma was confused on what it did, but now it shows the ability to locate Dragon Balls, and it showcases a full HUD map of the locations that he is in that area. This is a massive discovery. Now this HUD, which is growing in intelligence, can now scan for the magical properties of Dragon Balls after scanning Bulma's device. So now Goku has a new perk. Now, after Goku was defeated by Mercenary Tao, Goku would go up there and do Corn training, reaching a new level of around 11, getting 1 level buff. Now, when Goku does meet Tien, who he flies as well around, Goku sees Tien flying for the first time, he searches the HUD, as he's never really gone too deep into the HUD settings before, but the settings would then showcase new skills. It showed Skill Tree. And Bulma would try to help Goku showing him this, as he's not very intelligent, he doesn't really know. But Goku figures out how to use the HUD to its full potential, seeing that it shows a skill tree, and one of them was showing flying and more. It also has a mode showing forms. He saw his Great Ape form, but there was many other forms. Each had their own level needed, and some had requirements. As he speaks out in his own head, what's a Super Saiyan? What's that? As he scrolls through the list, he says Super Saiyan 4? Super Saiyan God? What are these? And his Great Ape perk shows control levels, which was set to 5% mastering. And he sees the form next to it. What's a Ikari? Ikari? Inari? As he's actually not far away from this level, he can already access it right now at any time, but it does have a rage control problem. And Goku doesn't know what that means, but he's actually not too far away from Super Saiyan either. But it doesn't show the level requirement just yet, saying he's too low, which does kind of suck. He doesn't know what a Super Saiyan is, but it sounds really cool. But he can tap into the Great Ape form whenever he wishes, but it says, oh, requirement, full moon, oh. But the Ikari tree is the other side. He can access it at any time. But, unfortunately, it does have a rage problem. But Goku thinks he can probably figure it out. Doesn't seem too bad, right? But now during the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, Goku figures out the full power of the HUD. Goku was still losing to Tien. As Goku's level was 12, Tien levels was 12 as well, as Goku can see. Now during their match, Tien was a very skilled fighter. As Goku can fly by this point, shocking everybody else, as we're all surprised that Master Roshi cannot fly. But while battling Tien, Goku can fly now, so he's not hindered to just jumping around, so he can actually fight Tien a little bit better and actually hold his own. Now, Tien has a lot of abilities, which Goku would be able to avoid them, luckily, until Goku was about to be defeated by Tien. This is when Goku was losing, and the HUD would then appear, giving him a suggestion. It says, Akari mode, and it pops up with an icon showing a great ape with a yellow aura, and Goku just decides to click it. Now, Goku can also select it with his own mind. He doesn't need to just use his other arm to click on it, but he can click on it if he wants to, just for clarification. He also can just use his eyes to see the HUD as well, just his own vision, and he can also see levels. It's sort of like a scouter, but without the scouter on your face, it's just like scouter eyes in a way. It's pretty cool. Now, Goku would select this, and his eyes shot open as he felt rage consume him, but power swell his body. His eyes would shoot open, turning yellow, and a yellowish aura would then surround him as he roars, growing in power, growing a few inches taller as well and bulking in size. He looks at his hands as he transformed, and this power was incredible. Goku was using every mental fortitude he had to keep himself controlled, anger-wise, but it was very rough as he was very wild and very mean and aggressive, but he was able to kind of keep some humanity. Now, Goku in the Sakari form, his level is 15. He would easily beat Tien and easily knock him out of the ring, and the Akari mode would then turn off to normal, as Goku was back to base form. Now, Demon King Piccolo would still be revived, and he would still be brought back to his youth, because Goku cannot tap into Akari because it has a form cooldown. Now, Goku would still beat Tambourine, and Demon King Piccolo would barely beat Goku, but had a much difficult time, but he was able to beat Goku even though he's older, and Goku would still lose. This is when Yajirobe would then bring Goku up for the Sacred Water. And Demon King Piccolo's level when he's old is level 14. Now, when he's young, he's level 15. After regaining his youth, Goku would then climb up Torrent's Tower being carried by Yajirobe, and he would drink the Ultra Divine Water. This would then raise his power level to 15, making Goku pretty much the exact same level, which is same with the original. He would then fight Demon King Piccolo, but he was losing the battle as Demon King Piccolo had more experience than Goku. Now, Goku's form cooldown was over, as he would then tap into Akari, growing much stronger as his level would then shoot up even higher. This is when Goku would then easily overpower Demon King Piccolo and punch right through him like the original. This is when Demon King Piccolo would still spit out an egg, and Piccolo Jr. would still be born, the exact same as the original timeline. Now that is all done, with Goku now leaving to go train with Kami and Popo, Goku would grow massively in power. As you guys remember, with Goku training more and the fact that he has the HUD, he can see his progress, Kami would take advantage of this, and he would see where Goku is lacking in certain skills to help hone himself as a warrior. He sees that Goku's stats for his speed and his spirit is a lot lower than his strength and power and durability. He would then tell Goku to begin training on those first to grow stronger. Goku would also learn to control Akari much more, as he would spend the month inside the Room of Spirit at a time learning to use Akari, which is only an hour, which is a month inside, which is said how long he lasted. Now, after Goku would continue his training, during the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, Goku has grown pretty decently in power. Now, once the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament would begin, Goku would still meet Chi-Chi just like the original, and the two would still plan to get married. Remember, Goku's not the sharpest guy still, and he would still be tricked by Chi-Chi in a way to get married. Sorry, fans. But yes, Goku gets with Chi-Chi. Now, Goku's level is currently 17, but remember, he has weighted clothing on. Now, once when he meets Piccolo Jr., most of their fights would go similar. Goku would beat Tien, as Tien's level was around 16, so he is a little bit weaker than Goku. When Goku takes off the weighted clothing, he's around 18, and he does beat Tien. Now, Piccolo without his weighted clothing is around 17 to 18. Goku's a little bit stronger than Piccolo, and Goku would be able to overpower him. Now, when Piccolo does go Giant Mode, it buffs up to 18 level, but of course, it does show the cons. He's slow and lumbering movement. Now, Goku would then tap into Akari, and he would easily knock over Piccolo, defeating him, knocking him out of the ring. After Piccolo was defeated, Kami was planning on killing Piccolo. Goku would then stop him, telling him to spare Piccolo, as in return, if Piccolo dies, Kami dies as well. And if Kami dies, there's no Dragon Balls. So, Piccolo would have his life spared, and he would then fly off to continue training to one day kill Goku and take over the whole world and rule it as he was destined to. Now, during the 5 years of training, Goku didn't really train much, as he was stated it by himself to Piccolo during the Raditz fight, but he did keep in good shape, as he did get a little bit stronger, but not enough to learn any new moves, as he didn't get rusty. But Goku still got a little bit stronger, as now, with weighted clothing, Goku is around 18. As Piccolo is levels around 18 as well, Raditz was suppressed, as Raditz would still show up and he would still fight Goku. He would still catch Goku off guard by kneeing him, as Raditz can suppress his level, and Goku was not ready for it. As Goku could see that Raditz was very strong, it was 17 at first, but then it spiked. So Raditz was able to conceal his power level to a degree and hit Goku. Now Goku was surprised to see a Scouter, and it kind of reminds him of his HUD in a way, but it's a little bit different. It tells you the actual power level of a person. And Krillin was still knocked in the house. Goku was knocked out to a degree, kneed in the stomach, but not as bad, as Raditz would still fly away, as he had his son held captive. Goku would still fly off with Piccolo, and they'll begin their fight with Raditz. Now Goku, at his full power without weights, went from 18 to 20. As weights were taken off, Piccolo, at his full power without the weights, is 19. So they're roughly pretty much the same level. Raditz at his full power is 22. So for both of them teaming up, they can tag team Raditz. But Goku's HUD then reads out that the full power is 22 with a durability, stamina, speed, and strength buff. And Goku would read it in shock, seeing that he's never seen these extra added stuff, as it reads out boss battle, showing a massive health bar. So Goku would begin battling Raditz just like before, Piccolo tag teaming them. Piccolo does have an idea to try out the special beam cannon, but he tells Goku just tap into that Akari mode, which Goku was about to before Raditz sidetracked him. Goku drops his guard. Raditz would then step on him and step on his hand, so Goku can't select nothing just yet, even though Goku can select with his eyes. And this is when Gohan would then bust out of the spaceship, and he would then hit Raditz as Goku reads his level shot to 21. And he was just an infant, being only 4 to 5. Hitting Raditz, knocking him over, this would give Goku the chance to focus and select the form that he wants, selecting Akari. This would then Goku would then buff up in power, Akari mode bumping his strength up to 25 levels. And he would easily beat Raditz, and trying to spare his life, but Raditz would not listen. Raditz knows that if he tries staying here, the Saiyans are going to come and kill him. If he leaves, they're going to kill him. So Raditz would try to beat Goku by firing a double Sunday, which this is when Piccolo would appear from behind him with the special beam cannon, and he would hit Raditz with the chest, killing him. This is when Piccolo would then talk to Raditz all about Dragon Balls and everything else, and Raditz would also state how a Saiyan was able to use the power of a great ape, and what that power was, as Raditz's Scouter read out well over 10 to 15,000 before it blew up. Now, Raditz's Scouter blew up before it created the full power level, but this did interest Vegeta and Nappa, who are interested. So they would start heading their way towards Earth, and Raditz would then warn them that they have a year time before Vegeta and Nappa would arrive. Now, with the Saiyans coming, Goku would prepare to go up to Kami to continue his training with all his friends. But now, Kami would then offer Goku, telling him that there is a master up in the other world that King Yama knows about that can help teach him to grow even stronger. And Goku would agree to go. Now, some people may state, well, how's Goku going to survive? We'll get to that in a minute. Once when Goku does arrive, King Yama would allow it because of Goku's really, really awesome resume, and also because Earth has over 8 billion people, and he does not want to deal with that. So he would let Goku go. Now, very quickly, Goku did have a pack of food with him that Kami brought, but it doesn't last very long, as Goku was so hungry. He could eat anything right now. Before, the HUD would then show Goku something interesting. The HUD would then showcase the map of the other world, and it would show him ingredients to make food that can last a certain time. But Goku had to go down to Hell to find it. So Goku would still jump down into Hell, where he would still race the two demons, and he would still win the race. The HUD would also showcase things around the map of interest for him to find. Food, XP items, and more, and even cool relics as well for Goku to learn from. So Goku would find a bunch of food, and mixing them together, the HUD would then shine a greenish glow, as it would then form it into a superfood. Now that whenever Goku eats it, it provides a 10 times food increase, meaning that Goku can survive for days off of this stuff. Man, Goku really likes this HUD thing. It's really cool. It can make awesome recipes. Man, Chi-Chi should learn from this. he wonders if it could make food that Chi-Chi could make. And later on, as Goku would then have enough food, he would then make it all the way to King Kai's. Remember, he is stronger, he can use a car mode if he wishes as well, and he can fly. So he can arrive there much faster instead of running. So he would arrive there faster than the original, and not starving to death, but he was still super hungry. King Kai luckily had food, aka apples, which Goku had to tap into Akari mode to be able to run around and grab it, which King Kai was watching from afar. He was in shock when he saw Goku's power level jump 10 times. King Kai's never seen somebody with that kind of power up before. He's able to harness the power of a grade 8. That's incredible. Could he be the one to master his true abilities and powers? Could he be like a Super Saiyan? But then after Goku dances with Bubbles thinking that that was King Kai, this is when Goku would then meet King Kai for the first time, after saying a joke of, okay, I'll see you next fall. As which made King Kai laugh like crazy, he would then give Goku plenty of food and offer to train him under the Kaioken and Spirit Bomb. Now, after the King Kai training, Goku was much stronger, as now his new level was 24, as Goku has gotten 4 levels from King Kai. Now, Goku would arrive a little bit earlier, but he was still a little bit too late, as Piccolo would still die, fortunately. But some of his other friends would be able to survive. Yamcha unfortunately took the L on this one. But Tien was still alive, same with Krillin and Gohan. Piccolo just sacrificed himself to save Gohan. And the reason why is because when they first sensed Goku arriving, Vegeta told Nappa to hurry up and finish it so they don't gang up on him. If he senses Goku's power level, Vegeta himself would probably instantly try to kill Piccolo, who's the second strongest, first, and try to aim for Gohan too. So that's the reason why Goku was too late to save Piccolo, because Vegeta stepped in himself, and Vegeta can one-shot all of them if he wants to. Nappa was too busy toying with them, messing around, while Vegeta would take it seriously. Once when Goku arrives, he sees that Piccolo is killed, which makes him angry, same with Yamcha, and even Chaozu was killed too, and Tien was nearly crippled, nearly dead, but still alive, missing his arm. Goku was furious, as he reads Nappa's level, which was 22 to 23. This is when Goku would then tell Nappa that he's going to end him. Now, the same event would happen with the Cybermen. The Cybermen are around 20 to 21 in terms of levels. Now, with Nappa, the same event would happen. Instead of Goku needing to use Kaioken, you could say that he would burst into it maybe, just like the original. He would break his back, throw him to Vegeta. Vegeta would still kill Nappa by throwing him into the air, killing him. Now, Goku was shocked to see Vegeta's new level was 26, but he knew that he was holding back. He had to have been, as the HUD showcases Vegeta suppressed, or SP, which he figures that out was suppressed because Vegeta's level rises. Now, once when Goku would tap into Kaioken times 2, he would be able to get the jump on Vegeta, bursting his power level up to 27. As his level was now 27, he would then hit Vegeta a few times, but Vegeta would still have the upper hand, as Vegeta would then go up to full power. Vegeta would then have his new levels hit up to 28. He was stronger than Goku, overpowering him. Goku would then power up into Kaioken times 3, as the HUD showcases his level bursting up to level 30, but he notices that his health is dropping. But he doesn't have time, so he would continue fighting Vegeta just like the original. And Goku knows that this Kaioken is a deadly attack, but since Goku did arrive earlier, King Kai's world, he is able to harness times 3 a little bit better, since Kaioken mastery is higher for him. So once when he enters times 4, that's when he gets the super buff state and he kills his body. But times 3 is still damaging him, he knows he can't use it, but Akari makes him a little bit too reckless, as he still can fully control it, he still has wild tendencies, and he doesn't want to kill Vegeta, nor does he want to accidentally kill innocent animals. So he would then power down and tell Vegeta, let's go fight somewhere else. Vegeta would then follow him and they go into the desert. Now with Vegeta, Goku would then power up into his Akari mode. And this is when Vegeta was in shock, as Goku was far too strong. Goku would then fire a Kamehameha, as Vegeta fired a Gallic Gun, the two would then clash, and Goku would win that, but Vegeta would barely survive. Vegeta would then turn into a Great Ape just like before, as he has no other choice, but he does see that Goku does not have a tail. So once when he goes up to level 35, Goku in his Akari state was around 32. But now, Goku was then shocked, as he would then look at and see Vegeta. Goku was a little injured from the Kaioken attack that he did, but so his stamina is low, and the Akari mode does drain energy. But then he remembers, wait a minute, he remembers the stuff that he made from Hell. He has one more of those. He can use it to replenish his health. He remembers it. He would then press the healing agent, as it would then heal his wounds. As the HUD does have a healing agent to heal Goku, but it does have a cooldown. As all of his wounds would then close up, he would then breathe a sigh of relief. He feels stronger now, as it showed that his Zenkai XP, buffing his level even more. Now Goku can actually use the full power of Akari. Goku would then turn Akari, and with the Zenkai as well. Goku's new level was 28, but then when he buffs up into Akari, it's 38, as he's stronger than Grade 8 Vegeta, as he would easily overpower him, knocking him around, as Vegeta's too slow and lumbering to even keep up. Goku would then cut off his tail, not needing the Spirit Bomb, as he would just summon a Keyblade, or he could use the Kienzan or the Destructo Disc, cutting off Vegeta's tail. Vegeta would then revert back to normal, and he was badly wounded. He would then crawl away into his spaceship. Now Krillin was going to stop Vegeta before Goku would state no. Same with Tien, but Goku states no, let him go, as he wants to fight him again one day, and just to trust him on this. And since Goku did beat him, they respect him for it. But Tien was so badly wounded that he couldn't even move. He was worse off than Goku was in the original, having bandages all over him. He was on life support. This man was rough. Luckily, they will have Senzu Beans coming soon, so once when Tien was a little bit better, he could actually chew things and swallow it, he'll be back to full strength again. But unfortunately, would he be able to regain his arm? It was stated that Senzu Beans can replenish missing limbs, but we don't know about that since his limb is missing entirely. But, under the amazing art of science, Tien's arm was saved. As if you guys remember, Nappa knocked his arm off, as it was a clean cut, clean off. Well, Krillin would then notice his arm, and saying to Bulma, she would collect it on ice. So his arm was still preserved, aka his hand. So they would stitch his arm back up and relocate it fully back. Now, of course, Tien was now in critical condition, but he was stable for now. Krillin and Gohan were still pretty wounded, as Goku luckily did have a spare Senzu Bean for Gohan and Krillin. He just split it between the two, as Tien would tell Goku to give it to those two. Now after this, after Vegeta would continue getting stronger, Goku would stay back this time, as he would want to wait to go into the space machine that has the gravity room. So Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan would go to Namek, and just for fun, I'm going to tell you guys the levels of each character from the beginning of the Namek saga, just so you guys have an idea. So after Vegeta fought with Goku, his new level is 32. Now Kui had a level of 28, which is actually about the same strength as Vegeta was at his full power, but Vegeta can easily beat him because he's way stronger. Now Dodoria had a level of 30, Zarbon had a level of 31. Vegeta would overpower Zarbon until he transforms. Zarbon was only about 1,000 stronger than him, and he was tossing them around. So this is when Zarbon in his monster form is about 33. Frieza in his first form, suppressed, is 42. Vegeta when he begins battling the Ginu Force, as all this is the exact same as the original, with Vegeta battling the Ginu Force, battling Frieza's men back and forth with the Dragon Balls, meaning DriemDay, Gohan and Krillin getting their potentials unlocked by Elder Guru, that would all go the exact same. Now Vegeta's first form, suppressed for Frieza, is 42. Vegeta gaining a Zenkai would be around 35. This is after Zarbon easily overpowered him and defeated him. Vegeta got stronger and killed Zarbon. And this is him when he fought Raccoon. Now Krillin and Gohan is 23 and 24. They're practically almost the same, as Guldo is around 26. Guldo was stated to be roughly the same strength, but you can say they're stronger. It's up to you. But I'm putting him around 26 because of his psychic abilities. Now Raccoon is 37. Vegeta is only 35. Makes sense because he's stronger. Jason Birder is both 37, or I would say around 38. They're a little bit stronger than Raccoon, but they have perfect teamwork. Ginyu is level 40. Now Goku would still train under 100 times gravity, growing much stronger in strength. As he would then save Gohan's life and Krillin's life, he would easily beat Raccoon within a single shot. He would then hand out Senzu Beans, giving Vegeta one, making Vegeta grow even stronger as well, and he would then battle Jason Birder. Goku around this time takes his time to study his leveling system under gravity. So Goku actually training under the gravity, studying the HUD, which would even tell Goku tips and tricks for him to grow even stronger. Goku was actually a lot stronger in base form than the original, as Goku's level originally, if we would have followed it, would have been at around 38 total, which is stronger than Jason Birder by one level, which is a big difference in the lower levels. as Goku now is 42. So he's already stronger than Ginyu. In terms of power levels, you can jump into high notes, but that's already well over 100,000, way over 120,000, maybe even 200,000, which is stronger than Ginyu. As Goku would actually beat Ginyu without needing to transform, and he would even beat Ginyu as he's too fast for his body swapping ability. So Goku would dodge it, and he would beat Ginyu, and Ginyu would be killed. Now they would then go to his ship to use the Dragon Balls, and they would then wish back Piccolo and bring him to Namek. Now Frieza was fighting Nail, as he would then see what happens. It was all a ruse to keep them from getting Dragon Balls. So this is when he would then head right towards them at full speed. He would then arrive as, of course, Goku wants to fight him first. As now Piccolo would then stop by and fuse with Nail, getting stronger. Now Frieza at his first form, at full power, Goku's HUD reads out Boss Battle. It would showcase 45. Goku would then burst into Kaioken ×2, bumping up to 45 as well. Now Goku's HUD shows transformation mode, as Frieza would then transform into his second form as the HUD issues out warning signals. Frieza's second form would then bump his load up to 47, and Piccolo did fuse with Nail, bumping his power up to 47 to 48. Now Goku was overpowered by Frieza, as Frieza would then stab him with the horn, as Goku was not prepared for it. He's also not used to fighting Frieza via the tail, and also Frieza's massive size. Frieza would then trick Goku by stabbing him in the stomach with his horn, throwing Goku to the water. DriemDay would then heal Goku. This would make Goku much, much stronger. Goku would receive massive Zenkai buff, as his new Zenkai was 60, which is a huge gain, considering that Goku's power level was around 42. As now, this is when Frieza would then transform even further, and he would then skip his third form, going into his final form. Now this is when Goku would then battle Frieza, and he would use Akari mode, transforming, shocking Frieza, as this might be a Super Saiyan transformation, as Vegeta would then smirk, telling Frieza that he's dead now. There's no way that he can beat a Super Saiyan. There's no way. As it does sense that Goku's stronger than Frieza, Frieza can't sense energy. But now, Frieza was holding back. Ikari Goku's level is around 75 to 78. Frieza, using 80% of his power, is level 80. As Goku was shocked to see how strong Frieza was, he was getting overpowered, as no Sensu Beans, no DriemDay, as Frieza did kill DriemDay, in a way, nearly killing him. The HUD flashes red, showing near death symbol. As Frieza shoots a death beam, Vegeta would jump in, saving Goku's life. As Goku was out of Akari, Vegeta was hit with the death beam in the stomach, falling over. As Goku was angry, the HUD begins flashing, showcasing a yellow Saiyan with yellow hair, as it was glowing a yellowish hue, showing new form unlocked, Super Saiyan. Goku would then press it, as a press automatically, as Goku began transforming like the original. Since Goku is so much stronger in this original What If, Goku is really OP. Since the HUD is pushing his power even further due to the massive Zenkai that he did get, Super Saiyan Goku suppressed is at level 95, and he easily dominates Frieza, having no chance at all. Now, Frieza would still begin to blow up Namek like before, as he's panicking, and as Goku would tell everybody to get out of there, Vegeta would survive, as they would still use the Dragon Ball, since Piccolo's not dead, to bring back everybody that Frieza killed on Namek, and this would then also have Kami alive as well. They would then use the Earth Dragon Balls to wish everybody on Namek except Goku and Frieza back to Earth, just to be safe, as Namek was about to blow. Now, Goku would allow Frieza to go to 100% power, as Frieza at 100% is level 100. The HUD would then flash Boss Battle, as a massive health bar would then appear. Goku would then smirk. As Goku would then battle Frieza, he was holding back, as Goku then powers up to his full strength, being much stronger than he was in the original. And for reference, if we were to level the original Super Saiyan Goku, his full power would be around 105 levels. Goku here is level 125, which is way stronger. He would then beat Frieza, and this time, the blast does kill Frieza when Frieza tries to stab him in the back, in a way. And he would leave on the spaceship, but his spaceship was destroyed. But he was able to find one of the Ginu Force's space pods, and he would still arrive on Yardrat. Goku would continue his training there, as we will cut into the Android arc in the next one. But anyway, I hope you all enjoy this custom What If, as it's a really unique one. I've never done something like this before. Instead of power levels, in a way, Goku will see all the enemies having levels. To answer a question or two, no, no one else can see this. Only Goku can. Goku's the special one out of all of them. They don't have a HUD, nor can they see levels. They can sense energy. Goku can see levels. Another thing too, the HUD is very similar to how the game was for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but it's Goku's own personal HUD. He can see his level. He can even see perks and XP that he can get. He can even see the map of the area that he's around, and there are items and locations that he can look for. It can even sense Dragon Balls, and it showcases his health, stamina, energy, stats, and everything. And he can upgrade his stats a certain way. So this is why Goku is so much stronger, because the HUD also throws out tips to maximum increase his training, if that makes sense. It increases his training to the maximum, so Goku's getting help on top of that. Now, no, this HUD will not get a custom AI and become evil or something. That wouldn't make any sense. But it is hyper intelligent. It does not have its own conscience. But it's not talking like Jarvis to Iron Man. But yeah, just to clarify that for a few people. But thank you all so much. If you guys have made it this far, put hashtag made it down below. Let's get this video to 300 likes, and I shall continue on to the next one. But anyway, thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Peace.